So the message comes through a song. And the song is Nervous by John Legend. And this is like, I would say, as the like God was giving me the message, it's for someone where it's like you are going to be away from your person, like regardless if you going out of town on a vacation, regardless to if God has ordered you to step back and to step away from this person, whatever it is, you're gonna be away from this person for one reason or another. And you are feeling as though it's gonna be a situation where y'all are going to like fall apart. And I can understand, because I know that some people, they have that mindset of when we together but when we not type mindset, to where they completely, out of sight out of mind type vibe. God is saying that means that that is not your person. If you are with somebody and when you are apart from this person, they completely, like, they have no memory of you, they have no recollection of you, you completely fade away as a distant memory, like you never existed. That wasn't your person. Your person, the person that is intended for you, it's not gonna be a situation where y'all meet, y'all come in contact with each other, y'all start getting to know each other, y'all become in union with each other, and this person is going to absolutely, utterly no longer think about you anymore. And they're no longer going to want you, and they're no longer going to yearn to be around you or with you. Like, that's not gonna happen. When it's true love and it's intended to be, it's gonna be like how Solomon was in Song of Songs, where, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking about the scripture where he's talking about where did my beloved go. And you know what I'm saying, he's saying my beloved stands out in a crowd. It's not gonna be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, you get lost by all the beautiful people in the crowd, like beautiful women or the handsome men or whatever, and you completely forget about your person because, oh man, there's so many other people here, and your person standing there, but you looking at everybody. Nah, when it's your person, none of them people matter. Like, none of them people matter. Your person is not finna get distracted by somebody else. Your person, I like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you standing right there, but even when y'all are apart, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a situation where your person is apart from you for a couple months or a couple weeks or a couple days, and now all of a sudden you are obsolete to them. Like, if they do that, that was not meant for you. That person was not intended for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read a little bit of the lyrics. Okay, I would sing it, but I have realized that the reason my sinuses is acting up so much is because of my fan. I'm gonna have to clean this thing. I have a tower fan, and words cannot express how badly I do not want to have to take this thing apart. Like, I just don't feel like it. I can't stay. I don't feel like it. But it may have to come today, y'all, because I'm tired of being stopped up, and I'm tired of feeling like I can't breathe, and I'm tired of being congested, and I'm not the kind of person, I do not like taking medicine every day. You know what I'm saying? After a week, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I refuse to take medicine every single day like that. I really don't like taking over the counter medicine anyway. I really don't like taking medicine, period, just to be real. I'd rather drink a tea, or, you know what I'm saying, throw some things in a soup and get better that way. Or make me a shake or something with some fruit and vegetables and get better that way. I do not like taking conventional medicine at all. But yeah, this thing, I don't know. And either that or I'm gonna have to get another one. So I'm gonna have to shake. But anyways, so he says, when you walk through the door and you look in my eyes, yeah, it feels like the very first time. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. When your lips hit my lips and the fireworks fly, sending sparks through the air like the 4th of July. I can fall for you forever, I'm certain, because I still get nervous. Every time we touch, it's like paradise fell from above, and the high, even too much ain't enough. Like flying in the fast lane, no headlights in the dark. That existential feeling when you wonder what you are. Got a wild wind in my head, but the butterflies in my heart make it worth it. Yeah, I still get nervous. Okay, and he say the same thing over and over. This song is just so sweet. This song is just so sweet. Like, man, he did his thing with this song, y'all. It is such a beautiful song. And you know what I'm saying? I know me personally, I love love, but what I don't love heartache. Okay, I love love, but I hate heartache. And sometimes being, you know what I'm saying, in my generation, growing up in the '90s, okay, and growing up with all the Disney love movies and the Prince Charming and when they looked at each other, they just fell in love. It makes you like think that love happens like that, and it don't. But you know what I'm saying? The crazy thing is, one thing about art, as somebody that used to be an artist, as somebody that has wrote poetry, wrote music, made artwork, regardless to drawing, paintings, you know what I'm saying? I used to write out little write books and stuff when I would get bored in school. I used to do all kind of dancer, singer, I was in everything, theater, all that. As somebody that has done all that, I have realized that a lot of times artists are basically creating a version of something that they have seen before. And I'm saying that to say that there are certain situations where it is love at first sight. Now, everybody ain't gonna get that. Everybody is not finna get love at first sight. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they love story is the person that was meant for them. They were enemies at first. And then somehow, some way, they fell in love. And even then, sometimes it's still love at first sight. Because you know how when we was younger, I would say how old? I guess like when little boys are around 5 to 10, they don't understand they feeling so much. So they actually are mean to the girls that they like. And we already know that some men walking around, they are little boys in grown man bodies. And they will literally pick on and be mean to a woman that they like just so that they can get an interaction with her. Sometimes it could be because maybe he feel like he needs to get himself together before he actually go after her. Maybe he feel like she's too pretty. One reason or another. Maybe he don't like the fact that he like her. Who knows? Maybe he got his heart broken. He really don't want to get his heart broken again. So instead of him actually letting her know how much he likes her, he is going to, you know what I'm saying, be mean to her and pick on her to try to, you know what I'm saying, just get a reaction out of her. And then there are certain people, as we already know, there are certain people, they love tit for tat. They love going back and forth. They love to fight. They love to argue. They love, you know what I'm saying, little drama. And I'm not talking about actually like screaming out the top of your lungs type drama, but like, you know what I'm saying? I know me personally, there'll be times, okay, where I could be flirting with somebody and getting on them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Seriously, seriously. Just like the stories I told y'all of the situations where I'm in the house, ex-husband in the house, crazy outside, and I'm messing with him. So you gonna handle that? You hear what's going on outside, don't you? And he laughing. Can't even say nothing. What can he say? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm serious. I will do it. I will do it and crack jokes too. And crack jokes the whole time. You got a nutcase on your hands, sir. You gotta close the first door before you open the second door, sir. What's really going on over here? I'm just being real. And I will be laughing the whole time. And anyways, everybody different though. Because some people, they'll get in their feelings about that. They'll feel some kind of way. They'll get mad. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody is different. But when it comes down to it, I just feel like God is saying, because everybody is different, everybody love story is not going to be the same. Everybody is not going to have the situation where it's love at first sight and your person got googly eyes for you and they are chasing after you at first sight. You may have a situation where that person, they may like you, they may care about you, but they don't act out on their feelings the way that somebody else would. They may do the opposite of what you expect. Then there are people that like creating tests and they like to try to see what you gonna do if they do this, and what are you gonna do if they do that, and what about this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? And some people like that. You know, some people like taking tests. Some people like passing tests. Me personally, I don't like tests. I'm going to recognize that you giving me a test, and I'm gonna fail on purpose. Anyways. confirmation. The scripture comes from Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs. The Testament of Levi, the third son of Jacob and Leah. 16 and 1. And now I have learned that for 70 weeks you will go astray and profane the priesthood and pollute the sacrifices. And you will make the law void and set at nothing the words of the prophets by evil perversions, and you will persecute righteous men and hate the godly, and you abhor the words of the faithful. So here's the message. Like I'm gonna keep going, but so far, I just feel like this is gonna be for somebody where, just like what I said, you know what I'm saying, if I notice that somebody giving me a test, I'm gonna do the opposite on purpose. And it's like, that is basically, God is saying that will basically be going astray, because you know that your person is testing you. And instead of you passing the test with flying colors, which is no reason in any shape, form, or fashion that you shouldn't, baby, the moment when God get on me. But anyways, I'm live too. But anyways, instead of passing the test with flying colors, which you should have no problem doing because God has already gave you everything that you need to pass this test, you are deliberately doing the opposite of what he wants you to do, and the opposite of what your person wants you to do on purpose. And God is saying this is something where you will be going astray, and you are basically getting angry with someone who is doing what is right by themselves and getting mad at them for doing that. Okay, so carry on. And a man who renews the law and the power of the Most High, you will call a deceiver. And at last you will rush on him and slay him, not knowing his dignity, taking innocent blood through the wickedness on your heads. Baby, God said, okay, God said don't do that. Okay, God said, I could just slide out this show. God said don't do that. That's not what you're supposed to do. You are not. Okay, if you know your person is giving you a test, and you know God then already got you ready for the test, I'm being reminded of the scripture of the virgins that was sitting outside the wedding with the oil. Like, this is somebody, you have so much oil that you have enough oil to give everybody else oil. That's how much oil God then already prepares you with. But instead of you using the oil that God then gave you, using the provisions that God already got you ready for everything that you should pass the test easily. Like, this is somebody, there is no reason, you know what I'm saying? This is like somebody, you got cheat cards. It's no reason that you should fail the test, like, at all, in any shape, form, or fashion. And I even know, you know what I'm saying, even with me personally saying that, you know, as somebody that have dreams, visions, words from God, it don't make no sense. That's why I said, if I'm failing the test 9 out of 10, I'm failing it on purpose, because stop playing with me. And God said that's not right. You're not supposed to do that. So don't do what I do. Okay, don't do what I do. You is not supposed to fail the test. God says no reason to fail the test. There's no reason you should be flunking a test that God already got you ready for. You were already prepared for the test. I just feel like this is somebody, you had all the books, you had all the material, you got cheat cards in your pocket, you got everything written on your hand or engraved on your hand. I'm thinking about the time when what's that movie in Harry Potter where he was writing down, I do not tell lies, and it started marking on his hand, and it stayed there for, I think, like a week or something like that. Like, that kind of vibe. This is somebody, you have everything that you possibly could need to pass this test, and you flunking it for no reason. Like, you are flunking it on purpose. God said stop that, because it's not a situation where, if this is your person, if this is the person that you are intended to be with, if this is the person that God made you for, if this is the person that God made for you, it's not going to be a situation where they going to be away from you for a day, for 2 days, for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, for 2 months, and they going to be like, who is that? I don't remember their name, and I don't like, nah. It's gonna be a situation where they gonna go out their way to talk to you. They'll go out their way to see you. They'll go out their way to, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be that kind of vibe. And I just feel like that's the message. God said there should be no reason that you should fail the test. No reason in any shape, form, or fashion. You have everything that you possibly need to pass this test. You failing this test, is like it's bound for God to be upset with you. God is gonna be mad with you. God will be angry with you because you don't have no reason to fail. It don't matter what everybody else is doing. And I feel like for somebody, God is saying that. Like you thinking about what everybody else has done. Maybe you thinking about the past. You thinking about exes. You thinking about this, that. And God said, stop worrying about all of that. None of that matters. What matters is what's going on in your present. And in your present day, there is no reason for you to fail this test. In your present day, you have everything that you need to pass this test. In your present day, this person has done nothing and that gives you reason to fail the test on purpose. Like God said, this will be a situation of you slaying somebody innocent, like somebody that didn't even do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That will be like, you know how some people are when they get their heart broken by somebody, and then the next person that come around, they turn around and do them the way the person that broke their heart did them. That's not right. You are doing something to somebody that is innocent. God said this person do not deserve for you to, you know what I'm saying, treat them like they gonna do what your ex did. Like, you know what I'm saying? They may not even be on that. And you don't even realize it. You don't even know it. Even when it comes to me, dreams, visions, and hearing God, it does not mean that God is going to tell me every single thing. There are things that God don't tell me. There are situations that come as surprises. There are moments when I am surprised. Seriously. There are moments when I'm surprised. There are times when God don't tell me what's about to happen, and I'm shocked and appalled, and I'm like, what? But sometimes God want to surprise us. There are times when God does want us to be shocked. God does want us to be surprised. And you know what I'm saying? That's why God, you know, even when it comes to people that read tarot cards, some people be thinking the tarot cards gonna tell us everything, gonna tell everything, baby. But you know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know how to read them right. For real. Seriously. It's people that literally do that as a profession and they don't even know what they're reading. They don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that this is coming from somebody, you know what I'm saying? I already know. Because I know how. I know how. I used to do that. I've already talked about that. You know what I'm saying? I turned away from it through all my little cards and all that stuff away. I don't need no cards to know what God got to say. I don't need any cards to tell me about what God wants me to know about what's going to happen, what happened in the past, or what's happening right now. I don't need that because I can get that from God specifically. And when it comes to even reading those cards, if the person that's reading them can't talk to God and the person that's reading them cannot hear from the angels, they don't even know what they're looking at. They just looking at pictures at that point. They're looking at artwork. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And I don't know who that's for. That's on here that you've been watching tarot readers or something like that, baby, you better be careful because everybody that read that stuff don't even know what they reading. You know what I'm saying? And it's the reason that God don't want us looking at that kind of stuff. He will tell us the things that he wants us to know. And what he don't want us to know, he not gonna tell us. And sometimes you will find yourself in a situation where you asking them a direct question and they don't have an answer for you because there are certain things that God does not want you to know. And you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to that, anybody can make a decision at any given point in time. That's just like even with this situation right here. This is a situation where you are supposed to pass this test. Now, if you deliberately choose to fail the test, you have made a decision to fail the test. And now everything that was supposed to happen is not going to happen and it's going to be different. And anyways, that's the message. God said for whoever this is for, okay, you got the mindset like what I said. You like, don't test me. Don't play with me. I'm failing the test on purpose. God said, don't do that because if you do that, you will basically be punishing somebody that didn't do nothing to you. You will be punishing someone that did nothing wrong and you will be in the wrong. That's the message. That's the message. That's the message. That's the message. This is not going to be a situation like this. Not going to be a situation where you're going to get played. It's not going to be a situation where somebody going to forget you. It's not going to be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, love is lost or something like that. This is going to be a situation just like in the song where John Legend say, every time you walk in, like every time he see. And you know what I'm saying? When he was talking about this song with his wife and he was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, that's really how he feel. Every time he see her again, it's like sparks are flying. Every time he is around her, he feel like fireworks are going off. And you know what I'm saying? That's how a man is gonna feel about their wife. It don't matter how long they're away. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, how long they may go on vacation by themselves, or they may go and do this, you know, especially when it comes to him. He's an artist. And I think she's what is it, like a broadcaster or something? I forgot what she is. But I think she's like a host or something like that. So it's probably a lot of times where they can't be together. But he basically said every time they are together, sparks are flying. It's not a situation where he go and he by himself and then, you know what I'm saying, he forget that he have a wife. He forget that she exists or nothing like that. That's not the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That just goes along with what I said the other day. Like, for most men, it's not a situation where they in love with 10 different women at the same time. For most men, they only fall in love with one person, and that's it. And you know what I'm saying? Once you meet your person, it's like it's nobody that can fill the void of that person. Nobody can replace them. And it don't matter who you end up meeting, how wonderful that person may be, how much money they got going on, how bad their body is, how beautiful they may be, how long their hair is, what they got this, that, and the third going on. If they are not the person that God ordained for you, there will be a void in your heart. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter how they do it. It don't matter how cold they is in the bedroom. It don't matter how, you know what I'm saying, how much your family and friends like them. It don't matter. None of that matters because they still not your person. And you know what I'm saying, it hit different when you actually meet the person that fits the scripture with God, this is your missing rib. Like, I just feel like that will hit completely different than somebody random. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like I don't want to like connect it to this, but that's just like a parent with a child, because your child came for you. Like I feel like even when I would take my son when he was younger and I would take him to the park, not to say I don't take him no more, but when he was little, and I would be so concerned about him. If I heard my baby crying, I could distinct his cry from every other child on the park. It just hit different because that was my baby cry. You know what I'm saying? Even when I had him, when he was just born in the hospital, his cry was different from every other baby's cry. And I could tell, and I knew that that was my baby. It just hit different. And I just feel like God is saying, when it comes to real love, when it comes to true love, the person that you're really supposed to be with, it hit different. It's not going to be a situation where this person is going to get around somebody. It don't matter what kind of, they could have had all kind of history. It could be a situation where they knew each other their whole lives. It could be a situation where they was best friends for the longest time. God said, when you meet the person you supposed to be with, none of that matters. I'm being reminded on Twilight where Jacob was explaining the situation with old dude, I forgot his name. It was him, and he had Leah, who was his ex, and the girl that he actually connected to. And he was in a relationship with Leah since they was kids. And he met that girl and Leah out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as Leah was heartbroken, in reality, he could not control the love that he had for the other girl. And I just feel like it's like that's the kind of vibe. God is saying it don't matter who is around this person. It don't matter who this person connected with before. It don't matter who tries to, you know what I'm saying, get all jazzed up and put on some little bitty shorts or put on a little bitty dress and, you know what I'm saying, do their hair real nice and they got all this going on. Baby, none of that matters because it hit different when you meet your person. And that's the message. That's the message. You have nothing to worry about. You don't have no reason to feel like you need to get this person back. And you know they doing this. And you know they doing that. God says stop it. Anyways, that's the message. Thank you guys. You cannot be replaced. That's for somebody. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now I'm finna try to figure out how to fix this fan. How to clean this fan before I make the other videos because I just cannot take it. I can't. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.